Welcome back to True Life Center's YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going over practices for anger. So if you are irritable, frustrated, ticked off, this is the video for you. We are going to start with a shakeout because when we're angry, there's a lot of stress and energy in the system. Ciara is going to help us with a shakeout here. Start with a bounce and shake, and then moving pretty quickly into as vigorous of a shake as you can manage. You notice I am really going for it here. That's because that energy needs to come up and out of the body. So I'm really trying to burn it off with this shakeout, and I invite you to do the same. So shaking, shaking, and then bouncing, swaying, kind of bringing it back down here. We're going to move into a blow off next with the arms coming straight up over your head and then blowing down, inhaling up, exhaling fast down, open mouth exhale, raising the arms, and out you go. Couple more times, kind of like a modified exhaust breath, if you know what that is. Really focusing on getting that energy out here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Let that go, check in. Just checking in with how we are feeling. If we're good here, that's fine. You can stop here. If you need some more, we'll keep going with Qigong. We're going to do clench the fist and glare fiercely. So hip width distance apart, sinking into the hips and the knees, softening, fists coming at the waist. You're going to inhale as you punch out, and I want you to imagine that you're funneling that anger into that fist as you're glaring fiercely. Then you release it as you exhale. So funneling all that anger up and out through the fist. Up and out through the fist. Release, relax on that exhale. Oftentimes I am literally picturing my anger coming up from my gut and funneling out through that fist. So I am really clenching that fist when I'm inhaling. And then I'm bringing a lot of relaxing softness back into the body when I'm releasing on that exhale as the lotus flower opens. You might notice a slight relaxation feeling as you go here, and if not, that's okay. We've got some more practices we can add on. Stay with this for a few more cycles. Letting that last punch go, just feeling into what's present, releasing the hands down at the sides and shifting into a spinning barrel here. Letting your arms be nice and relaxed, and invitation on your exhales here to use the liver or anger sounds, which is a shh. You'll notice you can hear me doing that on every exhale, and I invite you to do the same. Adding in the Qigong sound for anger, for the liver, is another great way at moving Qi, letting out that anger, moving that liver Qi. Letting the arms be as relaxed as possible here, nice and loose. Letting this motion be driven from the legs and the torso and inertia as the arms kind of go along for the ride. using this breath sound and this bilateral stimulation to help bring the body and the mind back to center. So we can check in, see how we're feeling. Option to notice your five senses here, or simply stay with breath awareness, body awareness, whatever feels good for you right now. Starting to slowly slow down your spinning barrel here. Always a soft transition, and just checking in with the curiosity of a scientist in the field, seeing what is present in this body at the moment. We're going to be transitioning down onto the floor next, so getting a pillow or a bolster and coming into a seated position, cross-legged, however that is comfortable for you. If you need props, go ahead and do that. We are going to do a Kundalini yoga Kriya or set called Fists of Anger. See the thumb places at that inner pinky pad, and the forefingers fold over the thumb to make these two fists. The motion is going to be a backstroke, one fist at a time, exhaling on that downstroke. So bringing the arm back and down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. So let's move into it now. We will be in this practice for a few minutes. I'll be keeping time for us, so no need to look at the clock here. We're going to be breathing through an O-shaped mouth. So the inhales and exhales are all going through that O shape of the lips. You can go slow or fast. You'll notice I'm going at different speeds here. If I'm really ticked off, I'm going to start really fast because there's more energy in the system. And you'll notice as you're going, your arms are going to get tired, your breath is going to get tired, your body is going to get tired. And that's normal. So varying your own rate of speed based on how you're feeling and what you need to do in the moment. You can go as slow as you want, as fast as you want. You can even pause, close the mouth, take a little bit of a break anytime you need to. Again, you'll notice my breath rate is changing. The rate of the punch is changing based on where I'm at in this practice. Just attending to what you need in the moment. And just like with our Qigong, glare fiercely practice, with this, you're picturing that anger coming up and out through those fists as you punch down. So really focusing on getting that anger out, out, out of the body. Stay with me here. I know this can feel like a lot, so again, please feel free to pause whenever you need to and then get back into it. We are almost there. Keep that anger coming up and out through those fists. Channeling that frustration, that irritability out of the body. In a moment, I am going to be cueing you to interlace your fingers and stretch them up overhead. Do that now. Hold them up all the way. We're going to take 3 deep inhales and exhales here. Letting the whole body stretch. This might feel really good, especially after all that hard work of getting that anger up and out. Releasing the arms back down at the sides, and we are just going to check in here. My neck is usually a little bit tight after this one, so let's get into some neck rolls. Dropping your chin down to the chest, rolling to one shoulder or the other. Dropping that chin back forwards, and then over to the other shoulder again. Maybe stretching out the opposite arm to get an extra stretch in the front of the chest here. Peek at me if you need to know how to manage that. And we will shift, sticking the other arm out, moving the head to the other shoulder. Again, getting that extra stretch in the neck and chest here. Just breathing and stretching, relaxing as much as we can here, twisting over to one side or the other, taking a seated spinal twist. Deepening the twist with each exhale, releasing and moving to the other side, getting a twist on that opposite side now. Again, moving into it with each exhale. Releasing that twist, checking in, maybe rolling the shoulders. We're going to stretch the chest wide open by clasping the hands behind the back and pulling the fists down towards the earth as much as is comfortable for you, just to open up the chest a little bit here. Releasing that. And that's it. Checking in here, seeing how you feel now compared to when you began this practice, and remembering that you can use any of these practices, one piece or all of them, depending on the intensity of what you're feeling. You can use any of them to release that anger and move towards comfort. Taking a few moments just to recognize that shift in your own inner landscape. We can use a little chi massage on the ribs here to wring out just a little bit more if any anger or irritability is still present. This moves chi in the areas associated with the liver. And then, because the guts are always involved, a little tummy pat and a breath should do it. Releasing, relaxing, moving on with the rest of the day, and knowing you can come back to any of these practices anytime you need to. Be well and take good care.